There is a brand new dominating card in Pokemon TCG Pocket. Let's talk about it. You'd probably expect me to say Celebi or maybe even Superior. Both of those are very good cards. Maybe even Mew. I'm not talking about any of those today. I'm talking about this card right here. Druddigon has completely overtaken the meta. And it's simple, really. It's a wall, and it's a very good wall. It's arguably the best wall that we have. And I got this card completely wrong. When I first saw this in my review, I didn't think it was going to be very useful because there are water and fire energies required to do damage. I thought it's just very difficult to get online and very difficult to fit into games. I was wrong because I was looking at this from an aggressive attacking point of view. I wasn't seeing this for its wall potential. Rough Skin doing 20 damage to your opponent when it gets hit is incredibly useful. For no energy, you can put that out, build up your bench. So this is fantastic for like the slower decks that take forever to get online, like your Gyarados EX, like your Venusaur, although it's not very meta, but again, it takes a long time to get going. Like Pokemon like that, this is absolutely brilliant for. It gives you the time that you need to set up, and it only takes 2 retreat. Other Pokemon that are similar rules, like Snorlax and Kangaskhan, have a much higher retreat. With the new supporter, Leaf, you're able to retreat straight away. This card is brilliant. So this was the scores after day 1, and the major talking point was all these Gyarados EX and Greninja decks that you can see, all getting incredible scores across the board. And that's the winner here. 8 and 2 is very good, but obviously he barely makes through. It's the top 32 that made it. He finished 28th, so he barely got through and ended up winning the whole thing. But the major talking point from day 1 was still that Druddigon in this deck. This time using Gyarados EX, as you can see, takes a long time to get up. It's an incredible card. 4 energy, 140 damage. It's very useful, but does take a while to get going. And as I said, Druddigon is very good at giving you that time, giving you the stall that you need. And doing that 20 damage back is very useful if your opposition isn't getting the cards they need to evolve. You'll very rarely get someone who will attack Druddigon if it's going to knock them out. And that in itself gives you that extra time. They don't want to knock themselves out. They're just going to wait. That gives you an extra turn to improve on your bench. Using Druddigon myself, I've had games where they've tried to Sabrina and it's against an EX, and the EX is really weak. I think it was a Starmie that was like 10, 20 HP. And he just conceded on the spot because he knew he couldn't attack. As soon as he attacks, he will kill the Druddigon, but he will also go down as well, winning me the game. And that's how useful Druddigon has been. As you can see, the meta is still very heavily Mewtwo Gardevoir, and the new Celebi Superior, it's very strong. I don't personally love it because it's very RNG reliant. As you can see, only 43% of the win rate. And look, only 3 people took Golem Druddigon. One of them won the whole thing. Bear in mind, there's over 1,000 people in this tournament. One of them won. 70% win rate. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm also really happy to see Scolipede and Weezing do very well. I think this is a great deck for the free-to-play players. This does not require any EXs. I'd also like to see this in a no EX format. I think this could be very useful. All these people, 8 and 2 records, 7-3, 6-4. This deck is pretty decent. You get the poison with the Whirlipede. You get poison with Weezing. You're able to pivot with the Koga, as we're all probably aware of by now. Along with Leaf as well, if you don't have Koga. Leaf plus 1 energy, you get to rotate out of Weezing. And Tauros is very useful in this deck because it can one-shot Pokemon like Pikachu. You can poison with Coughing, Koga, and then use Tauros to one-shot a Celebi. This deck can pivot probably the best in the entire game. I love it. Fantastic deck to work with, and I think this will at some point win a tournament or get very close to, at the very least. Let me know what you guys think there. Are you going to use Golem? Do you think it will have any longevity in the meta? And yeah, is Druddigon that good? Maybe it's overrated. Maybe people will find a way through it. But do let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new.